Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. If today is your first time visiting my channel, thank you so much. To my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. I love you so much. May you continue with the same spirit. So today is another TikTok viral video I decided to share with you, my beautiful people. It's about the Whyte Doctor, who had a question for Black Americans. According to him, he wanted to know why Black Americans are always on phone when in an emergency room. Without wasting time, let's jump into the video.
Here we go! I've been an ear doctor for 10 years now, and a significant amount of my African American patients, while I'm doing a history and physical to understand better what's going on with their problem today, they have someone on the phone. They're either just talking on the phone or they're on FaceTime, but a large percentage of my African American patients have someone that's there in the room even though they're not there in the room. Why is that? When I, myself, not speaking for an entire race or ethnicity, have a doctor come in, I hang up my phone.
Well, Dr. Mark, I think you already know why they are always on phone with someone. I don't even know why you are asking this question. You should have already known that a lot of Black patients and patients of color get ignored. They don't get listened to. They have their concerns waved away. So maybe they have somebody on the phone to back them up. Anyway, guys, let's listen to people's reaction to this video.
Are you racist?
Did you really go all the way through medical school without learning who J. Marion Sims is? Like, do you really want to sit here and play on our face and pretend like you don't understand that systemic racism also is deeply rooted within the medical industrial complex, and accountability is a big part of why Black patients are going to be on the phone while you're there? And you also know that this question is playing off of stereotypes around Black people being loud and, like, disrespectful in public places. So the purpose of the video was to get a bunch of clicks and views so that a bunch of white people agree with your microaggressive nonsense, and then to get well-meaning Black professionals to treat this question as if it deserves any kind of dignity or respect. Do better.
I have a question, but I'm afraid to ask it because I don't want to be I hang up my phone.
I am deeply disappointed in that video. Instead of talking directly to your Black patients and trying to understand why they may do or not do something, you took to social media and made a sweeping generalization about one of the most oppressed and hated populations in the country, opening up your comment section to be unsafe for Black people. So in this video, you said you were scared of being labeled as racist. Well, I'm going to challenge you to do something anti-racist. I want you to talk to your Black patients to make a point to really understand. And I want you to research how medical trauma and racism impacts Black patients' care. And then I want you to stitch your original video with what you've learned. That is how we move forward, and so videos like the one you made don't get made again.
As a racist, gotten backlash before online, and it's horrible. But here we go!
I'm not here to educate you because you already know the answer to this question, and the fact that you added this disclaimer before you asked it goes to show that you are baiting Black people on TikTok. And as a doctor, you are the reason why we get on the phone and call our friends and family when we go to the emergency room. Turn in your motherfucking license. Thank you.
I have a question, but I'm afraid to ask it because I don't want to be labeled as a racist.
I'm usually skeptical of questions that start with, I don't want to be racist, but, because most of the time the follow-up is something racist, but this one wasn't. To answer this question, there are two reasons that I personally know of as a nurse working in an emergency room. And the first one is the most obvious. They simply don't trust you. And by you, I don't mean you personally, but healthcare as a system, and a lot of healthcare providers as a whole. In today's time, it is no mystery that there is a huge mistrust in the healthcare system when it comes to Black American patients. They don't trust that they're off tops going to get the treatment that they deserve or that all of their concerns are going to be heard and addressed. Having someone on the phone provides them a witness there without there actually being a witness. This person can also hear what you're saying. The second reason may be more specific to children or young adults. I do work with the pediatric population, but because they don't want to leave anything out. And the person who usually is on the other end of that phone is either a spouse, mom, or grandmother. And they typically have a ton of questions as well that the patient may forget to ask. I did see people making some commentary about how it's rude or disrespectful or how annoying it is to have patients do that. And to that, I mean, at the end of the day, it's their healthcare. So whatever it is that they need to feel comfortable, then that's what it is. As long as you have their permission to talk about their personal information while somebody else is on the phone, I don't see what's the problem.
I have a question, but I'm afraid to ask it because I don't want to be labeled as a racist.
Sir, it's really not that hard if you understand the historic aspect between Black people and healthcare. A lot of you lie. A lot of you misrepresent situations. A lot of you guys will say one thing and do another and then try to backpedal. This is why a lot of Black people hesitate about going into the hospital. This is why Black people will have someone on the phone so that you have another person to advocate for you and also listen, so that if there's like an adverse reaction toward the medication or a treatment plan, there is a secondary person that says, yo, I heard what the doctor said. This is what he said he did. He didn't do so. This is what happened. And now my mom, my aunt, my uncle, my brother, my sister is no longer here with us because of the neglect or the oversight, you know what I'm saying, or the callousness of the healthcare worker. That is just what it is. It's the historic aspect that a lot of providers and healthcare workers, especially people who are non-melanated, don't always understand the situation, or they choose not to understand the situation. Okay? Like, that is why Black people have a secondary person on the phone to listen to the conversation, to advocate for them, and to be a secondary ear, so that if something were to happen, if there were to be a complication, we understand who to blame and who is to take responsibility at the end of the day. If you're doing what you're supposed to do, this shouldn't bother you. It only bothers people who don't want to get caught up in whatever mistakes that they make. That's how I leave it as that. It's a historic aspect. You know, plus also as well as this, the amount of people who've gone into hospitals where they were told this and then these patients never leave is not something that people just make up in their head. This is an actual thing. You know what I'm saying? Or they get misdiagnosed, they get the wrong treatment, they be given the wrong medication, and all those things happen. So those are the reasons why a lot of patients will have family members or someone that they know that's in healthcare listening to the conversation to give them a second ear.
Well, a lot have already been said about this video. But according to my opinion, this is the perfect example why there are certain professionals that should not be allowed to make monetized content online, utilizing their professional identity, especially if that professional identity has ethical code that they have to uphold. He did not ask this question in a good faith, according to me. Why did he even post that same video on his Instagram page? If you are a dog for 10 years, why did you come on the internet to ask such a question? Instead, you would have asked your patient while they were in your office. Guys, I don't know what you think, but this was just my opinion. Anyway, I'll be waiting for your own experience or opinions in the comment section. Don't forget to even share this video so that your friends can see what is going on. Thank you so much. Bye.